Welcome to the Cashflow Guys podcast.
I got something different for you today. You thought you were going to listen to a podcast episode, but not this week. We're going to talk about making offers on a particular property, a property that I just listed. That's right, cashflowguys.com listing. Address is this, a 6800 Sea Ranch Drive. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, then you need to get on board with writing an offer on this property. Now, sorry, wholesalers, this probably isn't the property for you because, well, let's be honest, you're going to have to deal with me. That's just how it goes. But let me walk you through this real quick. This is an 8-plex apartment building, okay? An 8-plex apartment building priced at $697,000. Has a net operating income of $3,590. Bear with me. Let's go through this for a second. I've got this bad boy listed at a cap rate of 6.2. You guys know what I think about cap rates. I think cap rates are a bunch of crap. But if you're a cap rate kind of guy or girl, 6.2 is nothing to shake a stick at. Internal rate of return in year 10, we got a 10%, okay? There's a lot of upside in this opportunity. There is a ton of upside. Now, I'll say this. The numbers, when you go to the link I'm going to give you, which, by the way, is cashflowguys.com/deal. That's DEAL. Cashflowguys.com/deal. That's going to take you over to get all the due diligence documents, all the rentals information, everything you need to be able to do the due diligence you need to be able to pick up the phone, have a conversation with me. Let's write an offer and get you cash flowing, okay? Now, I included all of the factual information. That means I didn't blow any smoke up anybody's skirt about, oh, there's no management fees because we're going to self-manage. That's a bunch of crap, okay? There are management fees built into the underwriting I did on this. I included water, sewer, and garbage. I included insurance. And, oh my gosh, I included vacancy loss. That means this is an honest evaluation. An honest evaluation, boys and girls. Can you imagine such a crazy thing happening? Now, let's look at gross rent for a second. The gross rent on this current, this is not manufactured. This is not pie in the sky. This is not if you drop acid, it'll actually look like this, but it's actually $6,400 a month gross rent as of right this moment today, okay? This is a great property that's performing well as it sits. You might be asking, if you listen to this show, you're probably asking, Tyler, why is the seller selling? Well, I'm going to tell you why the seller's selling. The seller has decided to get out of the multifamily space and get into the land space. And what they're doing is they're buying large tracts of land and splitting it up and whatnot as to build new houses and that type of thing. So, hey, more power to them, whatever. At the end of the day, that means for the right investor, for somebody who's serious, who actually wants to get a deal done and actually wants to cash flow, this little cash cow is waiting for you. Now, let's go through these. And if you go to cashflowguys.com/deal, you can get a copy of my cash flow analysis. You can get a copy of the rent roll, everything you need to make an intelligent decision, okay? But basically how it shakes out is it's $6,400, allowing for vacancy loss, okay, $6,400 a month in gross monthly rent. That's $76,000 a year, $76,800. Taking out some vacancy loss, taking out insurance, management fees, taxes, water, sewer, garbage, all that good stuff, okay? You are going to have a cap rate of over 6%, 6.9%, okay? You have a nice little cash flow coming in at $3,590 a month. That's if you do absolutely nothing but just buy the property. That's with no value add, no rent increase, no nothing, okay? There is some room to raise rents, okay? This is one of those situations where the seller has kept the rents lower in order to avoid potential for vacancy. But here's the deal. This is located in a waterfront community. Now, waterfront community means higher rents, but let me just stop right there for a second. It also is perfect for a short-term rental, an Airbnb, a VRBO, a HomeAway, whatever your flavor is. This could be an absolute cash cow. As tenants move out, you replace those tenants with short-term rental units. Well, how do you do that? Well, it's real simple. The place has already been rehabbed, so it doesn't really need much rehab. It needs about, I would say, conservatively $35,000 to finish to get this place in its tip-top shape, okay? There is the ability to build out an extra unit, to make it 9 units if you want to. The cost on that would run probably, I'm going to say, about $35,000. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on the levels of rehab and stuff like that you want to do. But basically what it is right now is it's some studs and a concrete floor, that ninth door, that ninth unit. It's a storage room. It used to be a breezeway. They converted it to a big storage room. It has the ability to be another unit. And the great time to do it would be when you're doing the repairs at once. So if you wanted to infuse that extra 35K, give or take, into it, now you're going to have 9 units. Now, here's what I would do. I would take a blended approach. I would buy it, first of all. I would do my initial repairs just to kind of finish off what they started on all the repairs, keeping in mind it's fully occupied. All the leases are going to be expiring over the next, let's say, 10, 11, 12 months, right? So that said, as a tenant moves out, what you do is move in a couch, a nice bed, and some furnishings and make it look sharp, and you hire a professional photographer to go out there and photograph it. And you start charging $65, $75, $85 a night as a short-term rental, okay? You're going to allow for about, I don't know, maybe 60 to 70% occupancy, right? So you're going to have a much bigger vacancy when you go to a short-term rental. Put that together with a good, solid tenant base, a good marketing campaign. How many times do I talk to you guys about marketing? Start driving traffic to this thing, and what you've got on your hands is an absolute cash cow. Now, let's say, for example, you just think, Tyler, I'm kind of lazy, and I can relate with that. I'm kind of lazy too. You think, I don't want to do a damn thing. I just want to sit on my butt and do absolutely nothing and collect cash flow. So let's talk about what that looks like, okay? In year one, $72,960 is your operating income, okay? $72,960 is your operating income. Your expenses on this, and remember, these are actual expenses, not this, I left a couple things out because, I'm a broker and that's what I'm supposed to do to deceive the buyers. No, the actual expenses are $29,876. Let's call them $30,000. Oh my God, was Tyler actually honest with us about expenses? That's crazy. What's he thinking? Anyway, that takes you to NOI of $43,000, okay? That leaves you with a cash flow, $43,000 and some change, okay? So you've got a cap rate of 6.2 based on purchase price. Return on equity in year one, 5.9%, okay? That puts the market value of $731,000 in year one. What's the asking price, boys and girls? Oh, it's $697. So you're walking in to equity before you even do anything. How about that? I'll be darned. Honest numbers. Now, in the first year, guys, your ROI, according to my charts, in the first year is going to be about 4%, okay? What's that? Is that a licensed agent giving us accurate information? Oh my goodness. It must have gone crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's look at year 5, guys. $82,000 income. That's if you're good boys and girls and you maintain the property and you just do it as a long-term rental. Nothing fancy, nothing showy. You just do the right thing and you bring good people in there and you keep them in place. You're looking at about $82,000 a year gross, right? Operating expenses, guys, everything goes up. $33,000 in operating expenses by the fifth year, because yes, they've gone up from $29,000 to $33,000 because that's life, boys and girls. That's absolutely life. So that leaves you with an NOI of $48,000. Okay, about $5,000 more than $5,500 more than it was before. Again, not absolutely a home run, but we're talking about asking price, guys. We're talking about asking price. Well, Tyler, I need a much better deal. I'm like, well, then get off your ass and write an offer, okay, if you want a much better deal. Quit hiding behind your computer on Facebook and going, well, that deal sucks. I'm going to wait till somebody posts the deal that's great on Zillow, and then I'm going to run right in and get it, because that happens every day. We both know, folks, that's not how things go. You got to actually write an offer, okay? So let's say that we're good boys and girls and we're managing the property appropriately. We're raising our rents every year as we should to account for the higher expenses and things like that. That puts us at a year 5 market value of $889,000 without value add, okay, without value add. Let's say we decide to sell this bad boy in 5 years, okay, and we paid cash for the property at $697,000. Finance doesn't matter. Your walkaway profit, guys, in the 5th year is $359,000 by doing nothing but sitting on your butt watching cat videos on Facebook. You can't really get any better than that, okay? That's a 52% ROI in year 5. How do you find out more about this? The answer to that question is you go to cashflowguys.com/deal, cashflowguys.com/deal. You take a look at everything, you verify everything I'm telling you is the truth, which of course you already know that it is, because you know I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass, and that's just how I do business. And then you break out one of them fancy-dancy Florida commercial real estate purchase and sale agreements, and you put your name on the top line, you put the seller's name on the second line. Or hell, you pick up the phone, drop me an email, info@cashflowguys.com, and I'll do it for you. And we submit an offer that makes sense. You, of course, are going to do the right thing, and You're going to be honest and to tell us where you're at and that you can qualify for this, or we're going to walk you through how to qualify for this. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that the first mortgage, which is the only mortgage, is assumable? That means you need even less money because that first mortgage is $350,000 and that is assumable. Yes, that's right. You can assume that mortgage. Okay. So there's lots of options. And if you're a serious investor who's got some cash in the bank, you got an IRA, you're looking to do something to get your money moving, or you got a group of friends, maybe an investment group, and you want a nice little cash cow opportunity, then you need to get send me an email, info@cashflowguys.com. Go to cashflowguys.com/deal. And let's get going. Let's make this happen. Guys, hope you found value in this. Sorry to bother you for the last 10 minutes, but I just couldn't keep this great thing to myself. I look forward to talking to you next week, in the next couple days, tomorrow. Maybe the minute you hear this, you'll drop that email to info@cashflowguys.com, or you're going to go to cashflowguys.com/deal, and let's make this happen. Have a great week, folks.